It's not that deep. Yes, it is. Have you ever been in a situation where something has really bothered you for a long time? And when you finally stand up to face and change it, your brain or somebody else tells you that it's not that deep. Because I've been in those situations. I don't know about you, because I can't talk to you, but yeah. I had a realization today. The most successful people think that it's deep. I'll give you an example. An Apple iPhone. I've watched a documentary of Steve Jobs recently, and it was fascinating to see how every little detail in a process of making a computer back then was so important to him. It became sort of a meme that every time that the employees made a new version of the computer, he came in and said, yeah, it's good, but we're not there yet. Every single time he had something that could still be improved, to a point where everybody told him it's not possible anymore. And he isn't the only successful person that does that. Let's break that down to a smaller scale, because that is where we're starting from. Let's say you have a job, and there is one thing that really bothers you. Maybe something in a workflow, or a thing that a coworker does every day and you hate it. And yes, maybe deep down in your mind, and probably even factually, it isn't that big of a thing. But who says how big or how deep things are? Because if you feel something, that is a thing that you can't change in that moment. And if you feel like that little thing that a coworker does or that little problem in the workflow is a problem to you, then it is a problem, no matter how little it is. I have a feeling that these little problems and mindfucks in our day-to-day lives are keeping us from having great success. Now, I feel like I shouldn't even have to tell you that you shouldn't be too petty about everything. But what I'm really confident in is that you have those little problems in your day-to-day life that you could change right now, but you don't. And that is the question you should ask yourself. Why? Why are you not changing it? Yes, you may have bigger problems that you feel like should need to be solved first, but that doesn't mean that the small things can't be changed before or at the same time. So yes, it is that deep, but then I had another thought. It's really not that deep. Look, this is the other side. I just told you that you should change even the smallest things that cause you headaches. But here is the same sentence in another setting. If something big, or let's say even something tragic happens to you, we humans, or maybe it's just me, maybe I'm different, I have a feeling that I make many things so much bigger than there actually are. There was one time where I injured my leg and we couldn't find out what it was. It was just a constant pain, and I was sat there, and I know it was the 1st of January 2024, the day I started this YouTube channel, and I asked myself, okay, what happens if I won't be able to play sports and walk and do everything I did with that leg like I used to do before that? And those thoughts were so realistic in my mind. Like, I thought, okay, it's over. We've been to multiple doctors and they can't say. And I was like, okay, maybe this is it. But let me tell you something. It's never. It is never it. Yes, it is deep when yourself don't take your life and your decisions seriously. But also, it's not that deep when something happens to you. Don't overthink it. I'm a true believer that no matter what happens to you, it will turn around eventually. Now, it got really dark. You can't even see me. Look, to sum this up, it is really deep when you don't take your life decisions seriously, but it's not that deep when life happens to you. This is all I gotta say. You know what would be really deep? When you don't show up next week for my video. Yeah, no, it isn't. But this was it for today. See you next week.
She moved out of state and shit then went left. She seeking for.
I'll make it rain in this bitch. And I'll make it snow in this bitch. She tryna get out of the mix.
Shawty is going legit. Shawty is going legit.
I had a thought that the biggest and most influential people in this world have been dealing with little shits. No, this is not.